Today is August 31st and my subscription has arrived. Let's take a look. Your monthly subscription is here. Yay! You acquire an item, packaged Monodent of the Sea. Packaged Monodent? What on earth is a Monodent? You aren't sure what the difference between a Monodent and a spear is, and this package isn't making it any clearer for you. Monodent of the Sea. Type usable, cannot be discarded. Free pull from Hanks. Okay, so it's a spear, possibly. Let's use it. You unwrap the Monodent, which really looks like a spear. You acquire an item, Monodent of the Sea. Your very own aquatic spear-like thing, perfect for skewering fish, prying off barnacles, and roasting marshmallows, if you can find a way to keep a fire lit underwater. Type weapon, one-handed spear, damage 20 to 40, cannot be traded or discarded, plus 25 hot damage, all attributes plus 5%, plus 1 stat per fight. Summon a wave, throw lightning, and talk to fish. Most of the fish I encounter want to kill me, so I'm not sure I need to talk to them, but maybe I'll be surprised. I'm also a little confused by the plus 1 stats per fight. I like that the base damage is 20 to 40. That's pretty good for a one-handed weapon that doesn't have any stat requirements to equip it. Let's give it a try. Hexaadent, summon a wave. Type non-combat, usable 1 time per day, 1 left. You have the power to control the waves, summon a wave, and flood your current zone. Why would I want it to be flooded? Will that require that I use the effect fishy? Okay, and here's the other two. Hexaadent, talk to some fish. Combat 1 mana point. You have the superpower of talking to fish, turn your foe into a fish. Hexaadent, throw a lightning bolt. Type combat, usable 11 times per day, 11 left. You have the power to control lightning, destroy and banish a monster for the day. You can use that 11 times a day. That sounds pretty great. So the skills sound like they can work in above water zones. So I'm going to give that a try first. So first I'm just going to try using it as a spear. Let's try the fish skill next. Okay, that's weird. I can't turn it into a fish. I can only throw a lightning bolt, which I don't really want to do right now. I wonder why I can't turn him into a fish. So I'm going to try flooding my current zone. Let's see what happens. You look upon investigating a plaintive telegram and contemplate flooding it with a giant wave. Do it. You raise your Monodent of the Sea high, then sweep it down and point it at investigating a plaintive telegram. A huge wave rises from the sea and crashes down. I'm not sure that was a good idea. Okay, so plaintive telegram still says it only costs 1 adventure, so maybe it didn't make it underwater? Oh! Oh, that's awesome. This area is still suffering the effects of the giant wave you summoned. You spot a fish in the floodwater, spear it, and take a nibble. You acquire an effect, fishy, duration 1 adventure. Now can I turn this guy into a fish? No, I still cannot turn him into a fish. But I want to turn him into a fish. Oh well, I guess I'll throw a lightning bolt instead. You brandish your Monodent of the Sea at your foe. A bolt of lightning arcs out and burns your foe to ash. You're pretty sure none of his friends will be bothering you for a while. So I get 1 adventure fishy, but that's used up by my current adventure. I guess I could use a free kill. Let's do that. So since I free killed that guy, I can see that I still have 1 adventure of the fishy effect active. Oh, I've already forgotten which guy I banished, but I think it was someone else. Kind of bummed I can't turn these guys into fish. I'm gonna try heading to an underwater zone, see if anything changes. No, I still can't turn him into a fish. I mean, he already is a fish. How do I turn someone into a fish? It says right here, talk to some fish. So this monster is not type fish, but I still couldn't turn it into a fish. I'm underwater. I guess we'll go back here. Still just lightning bolt. He's not a fish either. I really like seeing all these monsters underwater. I don't think it benefits me in any way, but it's cool. Yeah, it still just says plus 1 stat per fight, which is not that impressive. Summon a wave seems to have essentially no effect. Throwing lightning seems really useful because it banishes the monster for the rest of the day, and having the ability to cast that 11 times a day is really neat. And talking to fish, I don't know how to trigger that. It didn't work in the zone that I flooded. It didn't work underwater. I'm not sure where I can find monsters I can turn into fish. Because it says it's a combat skill, so it has to be a monster that I'm fighting. But it's just not available. I noticed the icon. Oh, wait, when did that happen? Monodent became a Quadent, but I still can't turn it into a fish. Oh, so that got better. Attributes plus 20%, plus 4 stats per fight, plus 100 hot damage. And I was just using it as a weapon against different enemies. Whereas previously I was defeating my enemies with Sauce Geyser because they were too strong for me to make a dent with the Monodent. So it looks like it may be like the June Cleaver and get more powerful the more I use it in a day. So that's kind of neat. But I still can't talk to fish. Ooh, as you defeat your foe, tiny bits of their constituent construct parts are attracted to the magic of your spear. Whoa, they formed a whole new tine. Pentadent. Oh, it's just silly. Okay, plus 125 hot damage, all attributes, plus 25%, plus 5 stats per fight, and then the same 3 skills. As you defeat your foe, tiny bits of their constituent construct parts are attracted to the magic of your spear. A new tine nubbin is forming. So I don't get the tine message from an undead enemy. I've only seen it with a construct enemy. I'm not seeing the message about building onto my Monodent with other types of enemies. According to the wiki, for more constructs I want Uncle Gators. So let's give that a try. Yeah, now it says a new tine nubbin is forming again, and it wasn't saying that before. Okay, just formed a whole new tine. Pentadent. Wait, no, Hexaadent? Plus 6 stats per fight. But only against constructs? I hope I have something wrong there. I haven't tried every phylum of monster out there. First impressions. This is a weird one. When I first unboxed it, it was not very powerful, and I was not able to use it as my primary weapon in the relatively high monster level zones where I was adventuring. And it seems odd to me that it was only collecting spear power, if you will, from a certain phylum of monster and not the other monsters I happened to encounter. I hope that's wrong. I also hope that it's not like the June Cleaver, because the June Cleaver gets less powerful after rollover every day. But that was kind of a pain to power this up fighting construct monsters specifically, and not all the other phylum of monsters that I would normally encounter during a day. So I'm really hoping that this doesn't become less powerful after rollover. I'll find out soon. Summoning a wave, like, it looked neat. I liked seeing all of the normal monsters I would fight kind of treading water. That was funny. But all it seemed to do was give me one adventure fishy, which of course was used up by the current combat. So it didn't seem to have an effect other than just making the monsters look silly, which, I mean, is great, I guess, but I probably won't use that very often. I don't know why it would be limited to 1 cast per day if that's the only thing it does. So that was confusing. Throw lightning, on the other hand, was really powerful. That I'm going to look forward to using. There's always monsters in the zone that I don't need or want to fight, so throwing lightning to get rid of them, that seems amazing. I didn't happen to notice if it took an adventure or not, but regardless, that's still very, very useful. And being able to cast that 11 times per day is great. Like, I will definitely use that. And I am so disappointed by Talk to Fish. I have no idea what was happening there. I was advertised Talk to Fish. I kept checking my skill page. It said that I could talk to fish, that it was a combat skill that I had to cast. And yet, none of the monsters I fought could be turned into fish or talked to as fish. So that was kind of a letdown. I hope I'm missing something there. So yeah, this one I'm not sure what to think about, but I'm going to look forward to playing with it more. Thank you very much for watching.